Lego addict. You know, I've been to Steam to display, but also there are so many amazing displays at this show that I wanted to show you that I thought I'd make this a separate video to really do it justice. When you first walked into the show, the first thing you saw was Neuschwanstein Castle. It's just so stunning. And then next up was this pinball machine. Well, actually there was two, which are just ingenious contraption, and a lovely lady that built them showed me how they worked later on, and honestly I've never been more impressed in my life. They were just brilliant. Then here's the start of the medieval corridor that I was part of. This amazing castle was such a fun build. I really liked how the moat around the castle. That was such a nice little touch, and so many cute details in this MOC, so many little things to find for people, and I loved that King John was part of this. Come on, that's just the best. And this build really blew me away. This pirate island, just look at it. I think it's an imperial island actually, but I really liked how it was a slightly different scale, so kind of you got to really see more details. Just brilliant. Then this MOC straight away caught my attention. To see this huge layout was awesome, and it was honestly like so happy, and I put such a huge smile on my face. Obviously it can't be Steam without at least 20,000 like train displays. The more the merrier in my opinion. I really like the trains in this. It looked like an old metropolitan train, as well as the overground, which I think was a really nice build. I just really liked watching these go around. I basically looked at all weekend. Then the brilliant Simon was right next to us displaying. I've been a fan of his build quite a long time now, and his layouts did not disappoint. Honestly, his medieval village was so fun, and obviously he builds much more like accurately to history, so very different to my build, and I really just enjoyed seeing all of that. It's just really lovely and detailed. I loved the houses, they were so beautiful and really inspirational. Then we had some Avengers sets. So here we have the Avengers Endgame battle, I think, with lots of things that I don't understand because I don't really watch the Avengers, but I'm sure there's going to be some of you that really like these scenes. Also, this Muppet build was here again, which is awesome. I love this theatre so much. It's so beautiful. I really like the colours that they put into this, and so many different displays and so many different like theatre shows that are possible. They're just brilliant. And actually a new one for this year that I hadn't seen before was this Wednesday Addams MOC. Honestly, the interiors were so cute, and I just love interiors, so it got me really happy. Then there were spaceships, and I don't know much about those, but there was this awesome pirate MOC that I really loved by Paul, and it's beautiful, and I loved how much detail there was in this. It's basically like right up my street as building wise, because I would do the exact same. I would add this much detail, these many little scenes. If it was me, I probably would have added even more because I just love that kind of stuff. And it just really made me smile. It was just brilliant. Here we have a lovely Monarchs build. He was basically trying to show people that you don't need to buy all the actual sets. You can just build them out of your own bricks. So don't let the fact that you don't have the set hold you back, and I really love just the idea of that. It was awesome to display next to the minifig Who, because he has such a brilliant MOC build of Doctor Who stuff. There was so many lovely nerdy details. It was brilliant. And then the lovely brick boards were here again this year with an elf display this time. And actually it was such a pleasure to see the elf sets because I haven't really seen those before. And oh my god, they're even better in person. They're so pretty and the figures are so cute. Then there was a bunch of other brilliant MOCs. So here we went towards the main hall. I've seen some of these before, but they're just really fun. Some Han Solo and Indiana Jones jokes, some awesome little adaptations of like the sets that Lego have come out with recently. This Nightmare Before Christmas village, that's actually going to be a Lego set soon. Obviously heavily changed most likely, but it's awesome to see it in person. This castle looks so good as well. I really like all the ivy that they added to it. And then this massive building, it looked really cool and very different to kind of like normal style of Lego buildings that you see, so really awesome to have it. They also had lights in that as well. And then opposite that, there was this brilliant and beautiful underground station of botanical gardens, and I really loved the murals on the wall, and I think they did a brilliant job, especially in the end, like recreating the tunnel. It's so beautiful. They also built this like imaginary station, and I really wish I could just walk through it as a minifigure. And as I said, more train displays, because obviously you can never have enough. Quite a few from last year, but they all looked stunning, especially in the morning when the sun was hitting them. Trains are the best, and I think a lot of kids had a lot of good times playing with these sets. I really like this England one in particular because it just feels so familiar and it's just so pretty. This pub especially is beautiful. I think some of the techniques used here are really fun, and I like that tractor a lot. I really like that the grass around it is really detailed as well, because it can sometimes look a little bit bland, but they did such a good job making that so detailed and pretty. I And look at those sunflowers, guys. It's so nice. Then this is one of my favourite little like futuristic crazy villages. I've seen it at a Bristol Brick Show before, but it's just so different and so colourful, and it just makes me happy. This haunted house had improved since I last saw it. It was beautiful, and I really like what they did with the gardens. That was just so much to see there. Actually, it was a moving platform train, which, oh my god, loads of pain to build and to maintain because it's so complicated but awesome. Like, how is that even working? It's just blowing my mind every single time I look at it. It's just brilliant. Then there was this massive like castle collab, and like, if I say massive, it genuinely was ginormous. The wonderful Matt Elder was one of the people that actually worked on this. He made this amazing and slightly haunting sort of walk to the tomb, which I think he lit up beautifully, and the trees used were just really atmospheric. I really liked it. And then there were some tables full of like just brilliant mini builds, lots of references to games and shows that have come out recently. And actually, the longer you looked at these, the more brilliant they became, because the more details and building techniques you see, the more impressive they become. So it was an absolute honour to have a look at those. Ben had a lot of fun filming all the moving trains, I think, and honestly, you could not go to an event that was much more suitable to that. And then the marble runs were back this year. I don't understand them. They look so impressive and scary. He has loads of these little sort of cool spaceship and mini builds. If you ever see these at shows, make sure you really just look at them in detail, because as I say, the longer you look at them, the more impressive they become, because you actually get to see how they're built, and it's just stunning. This space station really caught my eye. Like, it was so polished and just kind of like nearly too perfect, really. It was just so brilliant, and I was blown away by it, even though I'm not hugely into space. Like, it was really, really impressive. And of course, my favourite elf set that I've loved for many years. This is the last time it's going to be shown at an exhibition, so it was such an honour to see it and meet the creator of it as well. This corner just had so many really fun mini builds. I had a lot of fun just looking at everything. And then we're just going to throw in some more trains for good measure. We have a table that was a bit out of the ordinary again, but loads of really fun different builds, like 8-bit and like miniatures, and just really fun ways to kind of display your favourite shows. Also, there was a lot of colourful spacemen, and this table, I know a few of my subscribers would absolutely love this, but the colourful spacemen were just brilliant, and I really liked this pumpkin. It was so on theme for this year as well, so the season was right for the pumpkin, and I loved it. Then there was a huge collaborative build that basically was made by loads of British members over the last few months during the like local meetups, and oh my god, it was massive. I really liked that the train was going back and forth, and there was so many funny details. I really liked how they all stood out from each other. There was just so much to see here, and it was massive, as you can tell. I really hope you enjoyed having a look at all the brilliant things that are on display at Steam. Honestly, I wish I'd filmed so much more, but obviously I was displaying as well, so I didn't actually get a chance to do that so much. Obviously, it was my first time displaying, so I was really diligent at staying with my MOC and talking to people, because I didn't want to disappoint anybody. But if you do want to see what it was like to display for the first time, please make sure you click here, because I had a brilliant time. And also, if you wonder what I was displaying, I have a really fancy reveal video, so if you want to see that, do click here. Alright, well, thank you so very much for watching. If you did go to Steam, I hope you had a fantastic time. I can recommend you go next year if you haven't, because it's a brilliant event. And thank you so very much for everybody that was exhibiting and putting a show on, and like everybody that was involved with the event, because it was brilliant and I had such a good time. So thank you so very much, and I hope to see you next year. Alrighty, thank you so much. Bye bye.